Hello and welcome to Rathods Science Academy. Today in this session we are going to see current affairs of 19th November 2024. So let's get started with our discussion. And there are very important articles in today's paper. There are very high chance of getting prelims based questions from the today's topics. So focus on this analysis, guys. Okay, see this first article, guys. What is the title? Read it out. As Delhi chokes, Supreme Court orders all curbs to stay till it lifts them, takes CAQM to task for delayed action. So what is this article is talking about? Delhi air pollution, right? So here what is the keyword? CAQM. And even you have to see GRAP, that is Graded Response Plan. Okay, so here the keywords is, first one is Delhi air pollution. Graded response action plan, that to fourth phase. And second one is CAQM. Third one is CAQM, that is nothing but Commission on Air Quality Management. Commission on Air Quality Management. So recently we discussed about the CAQM. Why? I think 4 to 5 days back we discussed about the CAQM, which is in news. Why? CAQM. Because of delaying of taking actions. So recently, what are the actions taken by CAQM? Banning of construction activities because of severe air quality index in Delhi region. Okay, so from which subject you will be seeing this topic? From GS paper 3 under environment and ecology. Apart from that, whenever you are talking any organizations or body, that comes under part of your governance from GS paper 2. So what are the dimensions you have to see from this article? You have to see about Delhi air pollution causes. So in this causes, we have two types of causes. So what are those two types of causes? Point causes, non-point causes. So point causes are nothing but the direct causes which are leading to pollution, and indirect causes are called as non-point causes. So can you tell me some direct causes of pollution? Firing of crackers, construction activities, and next vehicles. Next. Stubble burning is a non-point. It is not happening in Delhi, but it is happening in outside of Delhi, that is nearby region of Delhi. So because of movement of winds, it is causing pollution. It is non-point sources. And even industries, whichever they are releasing smoke or emissions into atmosphere. So these are the point and non-point sources. And you have to see what are the measures taken by the government. So whenever you are taking measures, you have to see hierarchy here. So we have central government, we have Delhi state government, and we have local government there. So actually we have CAQM. So what is the CAQM? Air quality management. So actually what is the responsibility of the CAQM? It have to implement this GRAP, that is Graded Response Action Plan. So now here Supreme Court involved here. So why judiciary is involving in this air pollution? What is the requirement of judiciary to involve in this? So why? Right to life. So can you tell me the example regarding right to life? Which article? Article 21. Why right to life came here? Okay, right to pollution free air is a fundamental right which comes under Article 21, which said by Supreme Court. Okay, so now why Supreme Court is involving? So Supreme Court want to ensure environmental governance. So new word, environmental governance. And it is taking responsibility of ensuring Article 21, that is right to healthy air or free air. Okay. So now let us see this article in detail, and especially you have to focus on this GRP 4. Okay, that is Graded Response Action Plan 4. So we have 4 levels. So in which level, which kind of activities will be banned? So there may be a prelims question from this GRAP, guys. Okay, now let us see here. Supreme Court now criticized CAQM, that is Commission of Air Quality Management, for delaying response to severe air pollution crisis. Severe air pollution is happening and day by day the quality of air is deteriorating in Delhi. So because of this, yes, now CAQM had been criticized by Supreme Court for not taking any actions or delaying of taking actions. So delaying of taking action is also called as procrastination. You can use this word procrastination. It is for making delaying of things. So actually now Supreme Court mandated that we have to implement this stage 4 of GRAP, that is GRAP 4 should be implemented in entire Delhi. Okay, so that is the thing which mainly said. Okay, now here if you see Supreme Court is involved, that means we can see there is judicial oversight. So in your polity, you might have heard about this word like judicial activism, judicial review, judicial restraint. So what is this word of judicial activism? I think sir explained about this judicial activism. What is this judicial activism is? Judiciary is actively taking many cases so that what happens in this judicial activism? What happens? I didn't get you, Arvind. Public state interstate relations? Okay, PIL. Okay, it is an example of judicial activism. But what will be the impact of this judicial activism? Is it good or bad? Judicial activism, you will be getting mains question, not prelims there. So can you give me some examples of judicial activism? Taking suo motu cases? Which kind of suo motu cases? Recent bulldozer justice? Next, like that I want examples, guys. Even this Delhi air pollution case. Next, come on. Suo motu cases, recently many cases taken by Supreme Court and increased the power of state. Can you tell me some examples where Supreme Court given improved power or increased power to state? Industrial alcohol. Next, mining. Next, come on, think. If you are getting any question regarding judicial activism, you have to write about suo motu cases of Supreme Court which is taken in the recent past. Okay. So actually this article is saying that because of delayed action of the CAQM, it is having impact on the health of the people, especially who are vulnerable to due to this air pollution, obviously elderly people and children. Okay, so actually there is a severe health impact which is stressing the need for the timely, and now we have to take the proper actions to control that air pollution. And next one here is because of very bad air quality index in this Delhi. So now people are at very high health risk, so that we need a comprehensive air quality management, and even public awareness is very important. And even we have to maintain accountability. So it is a responsibility of the CAQM for the management of air quality, but it is not accountable. So we have to increase accountability. We need stronger accountable mechanisms. So even in your ethics also you will be coming across this topic of accountability in your chapter 6, right? So there also you can include this CAQM example. So CAQM is not properly accountable for the managing of air quality levels in Delhi. So there you can add this point, because this will be in news every year. It is not like this year only it is in news. So this is in news, this will be in news every year, so that you can add this kind of regular examples in your ethics, so that examiner will be also accepting with your examples. Okay, and next one here is, there is issue of construction. So recently CAQM gave an advisory that we have to go for stalling of construction activities because of severe air quality index in that so and so area. But still construction works is going on. That means, can we say there is lack of compliance? So whatever the directions are given by the CAQM, the people, they are not following it properly. That means there is lack of compliance. And if there is a proper enforcement, what is the meaning of enforcement? We discussed in ethics, enforcement. And accountability is equal to answerability plus enforcement. So enforcement is nothing but if you are not following that, we need to give the punishment. So if people are getting punishment properly, will they do or repeat these things? No. That means we can understand even there is lack of enforcement. So because of this, it will further deteriorate air quality and as well as public health. So here this article is saying that we need to have a unified action like legislative, executive and judiciary. So whatever these three organs of the state are there, so they have to integrately work together so that we can ensure proper health to the people. So this is the thing which mainly said. Okay, clear? So here you can see the different states or stages of this graded response action plan. We have 4 stages. So first stage is where air quality is 200 to 300. So here we are giving just public advisories, awareness to the people that air quality is changing. So be cautious. And we will be focusing on just dust control and restrictions on open burning in the first stage. And you may get a question regarding this 1, 2, 3, which kind of activities are banned. And next one is in the second stage, the air quality will be like 300 to 400. So here we are focusing on restriction on diesel generators and we are going for mechanized cleaning and especially road water sprinkling. So whenever you are going for sprinkling of water on this road, the dust will be settled down. So it will be not rising up. So these are the steps taken in this second plan. And third plan, it is from whenever the air quality is 400 to 450. So we are going for banning of essential construction limits. Banning on construction, and this had been done recently, I think 4 to 5 days ago. CAQM gave this guidelines. And next one here is we will be also keeping limits on heavy vehicle entry. We will be coming up with odd even policy, okay, where one day odd vehicles will be running on the road and another day even vehicles will be running on the road. That is based on the number plate, number of your vehicles, especially private vehicles. And next one here is in this GRAP 4, so we are having very severe air quality, very bad air quality. So we will be going for complete banning of construction and even school will be closed and even we will be going for work from home and as well as online education during this phase 4. Okay, and even there will be very strict restriction on this odd even schemes. So these are the things that we will be focusing on this graded response action plan. Is that clear? And see this article. Tamil Nadu CM flags states 3 main challenges with Finance Commission. So what are the keywords? Finance Commission next. It is talking about the problems of Tamil Nadu state. Okay, so why Tamil Nadu state is having main challenges? So can you guess at least what kind of challenges faced by this Tamil Nadu state now? Tamil Nadu is southern state. Okay, tell me what are the problems of southern states commonly? Okay, less amount of tax devolution under this Finance Commission. Okay, why less amount of tax devolution from this Finance Commission? What is the criteria? Yes, population is less. Okay. Oh, no, there is no language-based discrimination here. Next. Population, forest cover. Okay. 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 Okay, now please guess like what are the 3 challenges? They said like 3 challenges. So please guess what are the 3 challenges faced by this Tamil Nadu. First is vertical evolution. Okay, guess. Yes, disasters. Because it is a coastal state, right? Always it will be having disasters, especially floods and as well as heat wave. Okay, next. First one is disasters. Next, come on, guess. Let us see how many of you will say. Kaveri water dispute. Kaveri water dispute and Finance Commission. Why they need finances? I want especially problems regarding funds where they needs fund. So first one is disaster. It is acceptable. Apart from that, development. Yeah, infrastructure. Okay, to some extent. Next, I want third one. Not Jallikattu. Why they need funds for this Jallikattu, guys? Next, come on, tell me. What about TFR? Decreasing or increasing? Decreasing. What happens when TFR will be decreased? Young people increase or decrease? Old people? Old people will increase. So whenever old people are increasing, it is good for the state or not? Yes. So they have to implement social sector schemes. For that they need funds. Okay, clear? Will you accept with me like what are the three challenges? First one is increasing of old age population. And frequently it will be in disaster. For disaster management it needs funds. And third one here is infrastructure. So please note down these three things. So Tamil Nadu is facing three major challenges. So first one is increasing of old age population, and they have to implement more social sector schemes. And always frequently it is having disaster. Recently it had heat wave and as well as floods always because of coastal states. And next one is development, infrastructure. Okay, tell me about something that you know about this finance commission. What do you know about finance commission? Economy is done, polity is done. Come on, guys. Okay, it is a constitutional body. Which article? Yes, very good. 280 next. 280 article. Next. Appointment by president. Okay. So what is the mandate of this FC? What it will do? Is it a permanent body? Okay. It is not a permanent body. For every once in 5 years it is established. After work is done, it will be dismantled. Okay, very good. Then what is the work of this? Why we are establishing that? Distribution of? So tell me types of devolution. Horizontal and vertical. What is vertical? From center to state. Horizontal? States to states. Very good. Okay, do you have some idea, right? So new students, don't worry. So if you have complete this economy and polity, you will be in that stage. But by listening this current affairs, you will be getting habituated to that words. Okay, current affairs is everything. So through this current affairs, we will be revising our static things. Okay, I will be asking questions just to revise the things. Okay, so from which topic you can see this? Economy from GS paper 3, polity GS paper 2, next. From which subject we can deal with this? Only polity and economy? Okay, governance, society, social issues, ethics. Okay, so let us see the why it is in news. So who is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu? Okay, Stalin, very good. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister highlighted three major challenges faced by the state during meeting of 16th Finance Commission. So we are having now 16th Finance Commission. You have to remember that, and you have to focus on the recommendations of the 16th Finance Commission that we are going to get soon, and you have to by heart those recommendations. On that recommendations, for sure you will be getting 10 or 15 marker question in your GS paper 3. Okay, so actually the three important problems are, the first one is impact of disasters, second one is increasing of elderly population, and third one is there is increased demand for rapid urbanization in this Tamil Nadu. Okay, so he is saying that yes, commission need to provide more amount of funds for this Tamil Nadu state so that it will be addressing those three challenges. Okay, let us see one by one. So first one is natural disasters have become recurring issue. Because of that, there is a draining of resource of the state. So because of this, we need robust disaster management strategy. So for that, we need dedicated funding to mitigate the impact. So recently, what was the development in Tamil Nadu? They declared heat waves as a national disaster. So because of that, they will be getting some funds from the central government, or else they won't. Okay, so you can write that example, national disaster heat wave recently declared by Tamil Nadu. And next important point is aging population. There is increasing of elderly population. So because of this, whenever elderly people are increasing, government need to provide some pensions. Government need to provide healthcare facilities. And even recently, what is the development in this Ayushman Bharat, Ayushman Way Vandana scheme? 70 plus years, they will be getting compulsory insurance under this Ayushman Bharat despite of their income. So that means again there will be increasing on the government burden, right? So for that, they need more amount of social support for the seniors regarding healthcare, and government need to come up with targeted policies. That means these policies which are targeting this elderly people. And next one is there is also urban infrastructure crisis which is going on. So especially people are demanding for rapid urbanization. So it is also one important challenge which is faced by this Tamil Nadu state regarding infrastructure development. So for that we need innovative funding solutions, and also that state require public-private partnership so that it will enhance urban living conditions. And next one here is even the resource allocation disparities are there. So if you compare with the southern states and northern states will be getting more amount of funds because there is a more TFR, more population compared to south, and even development is less. And if you see forest cover, where it is more? In north or south? North. So because of this, what happened? Allocation is going towards this northern states. So this is also one important thing which highlighted by this Tamil Nadu CM, that yes, there is disparity based on the region as well. So we should not show that disparity. There is a need of re-evaluation of the funding formulas. And here Tamil Nadu government is focusing on ensuring of distribution, equitable distribution. So we need to have equal distribution of resources to all the states. But I don't know whether it will be accepted or not. It is a second thing. And next one here is what is the role of Finance Commission? So Finance Commission is focusing on especially collaborative governance in financial planning. So it will be giving just recommendations regarding how much amount of the fund should be given from center to states, and that to states. Okay. And here this article is saying that we need to even strengthen our urban local bodies so that we can ensure effective service delivery, particularly in major cities like Chennai, because Chennai is always in the disaster called as floods. Okay, and this article is saying that we need to have a long-term sustainability so that we can address the challenges of funding. Okay, let us see some facts regarding this Finance Commission. Already you know about it, but just for your knowledge, it is a quasi-judicial body. And it is constituted by whom? President of India. And actually it is not a permanent body, only when it is required. For every once in 5 years, we will be establishing this body. Who are the members? Members part you missed. Chairman, who will be the chairman? What is the eligibility criteria? Whether they are eligible for reappointment again. Think, reappointment. So you will be getting questions on oath. Who will be making the oath? Next one is whether they are eligible for appointment or not, and what is the tenure. And even they will be asking questions regarding the conditions for the removal of that person. Okay, unsound mind, improper functioning mentally or like that, or any allegations, so like that. Okay, so here the important function of this Finance Commission, it is regarding making recommendations on distribution of financial resources between union government and state governments. So composition includes chairman and even other 4 members, and all these chairmen and members will be appointed by again President of India. Don't confuse with that. Okay, that is the thing. And they are, yeah, one more last point. And the chairman and other members are eligible for reappointment. Again, they can be appointed the next time. Okay, see this point, it is very important. You missed this. Yeah, next article. See this. As Chikungunya cases rise in Telangana, US issues travel advisory. What is this article? Chikungunya. Apart from that, travel advisory. So what is this travel advisory? So what is the important reason behind the spreading of COVID-19 pandemic? At that time, we don't know exactly about this disease, right? Everyone don't know. So by the time they implemented this travel advisories, it was too late. That is our important reason behind this rapid spread of this COVID-19. So if at that time we used to have strict 4th phase implementation of this travel advisory, we might have controlled that, but we failed in that. So because of that, we say that WHO is failed in controlling of COVID-19 pandemic. That is the important reason. So now what is happening here is there is increasing of chikungunya cases in Telangana. So because of this, US now issued travel advisory, that to level 2. So can you guess how many levels are there in this travel advisories? Travel advisories are nothing but whenever people are moving from one country to another country, if they are coming from an area which is vulnerable to any disease like communicable disease or anything, so they will be limiting the people to enter into their country so that they protect their health of their citizens. So can you guess how many levels are there? Yes, 4 levels. So can you tell me what are those 4 levels? Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Okay, so what happens in this level 4? Now they gave level 2. So can you guess what is there in level 2? Will they stop completely entry of people? Okay, so what is this chikungunya? Disease, very good. So caused by? Is that mosquito is causing that disease directly? Mosquito is just a vector. So after mosquito bite, it will be causing. But which virus is causing this chikungunya? Plasmodium causes malaria. Science guy. So tell me from which subject we can connect this topic. Science and technology, obviously disease comes under that part. And US advisory comes under GS paper to international relations. And even what is happening in US, the restricting of H1B visa. Next, even if this movement is affected, obviously economies will be getting affected, global economy. It comes under GS paper 3 under economy. And apart from that, because of chikungunya, it is also affecting the health of the people in Telangana state. Can we connect under GS paper to under governance? Yes. Okay, let us see this article. So chikungunya cases in Telangana have increased, and now they reported like around 178 cases reported in just month of August. Okay, so because of this now US issued level 2 travel advisory. So in this level 2 travel advisory, they are urging for enhanced precautions. So travelers need to take much more precautions returning who are coming from this region. Okay, so actually chikungunya is transmitted by mosquito. It is a vector-borne disease that will lead to severe joint pains and also affecting the populations worldwide. So see, these are the 4 advisories, guys: red, orange, yellow, and green. So in which color code we are having this? In disaster management, for which? Cyclones. For cyclones also same colors, right? Red, orange, yellow, and green. So if you are remembering here advisory and cyclones, it is same. So but here in the level 1, they will exercise normal precautions. And in the level 2, increased caution. And in level 3, reconsider travel. They have to reconsider whether they have to move or not. And 4th one is stopping of travel. They will be not allowing the movement. Okay. Now let us see some facts regarding this chikungunya. Chikungunya is a mosquito-borne viral disease. So you will be getting question like chikungunya caused by bacteria, chikungunya caused by parasite, chikungunya caused by amoeba. No, it is caused by virus. So in which country it had been first identified? That is southern Tanzania. Ravi, where is this Tanzania? In which continent? Tanzania. Which part of Africa? Central or west or east? West. I'm not talking about South Africa. So in this Tanzania part, in the south part, it had been identified that in 1952. I'm asking in Africa, where is this Tanzania is present? East or west? Like that. So focus on Africa map. There is a very high chance of getting question regarding Africa this year. Just go through them. What's wrong in that? Okay, actually this is a RNA-based virus. It belongs to alpha virus genus and family is Togaviridae. So chikungunya, which causes fever and also joint pain. Anyone have you experience with this chikungunya? At least once? No, Niharika, right? So they will be having extreme joint pains and often it will be like more than 6 months to 1 year as well. So it will be taking like more than 6 months to 1 year to recover from this chikungunya. Okay. So see here, can use genomic laboratories to assess microbial resistance. What is this antimicrobial resistance? What do you know? SNT guys. Antimicrobial resistance. Antimicrobial resistance. Resistance means? What is that exactly the meaning of antimicrobial resistance? So tell me examples of microbials. Microorganisms examples. Bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, parasites, etc. So, why we need to read about these microorganisms? Because they are disease-causing organisms. For example, TB is caused by bacteria, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Cholera is caused by bacteria, that is Vibrio cholerae. Like dengue, Zika virus, Nipah, caused by virus. And recently, brain-eating amoeba is in news. That is causing disease in your brain. So that disease is called as not encephalitis. Disease, brain-eating amoeba causes which disease? Which is in news highly? Not anemia. It is causing, it is eating your brain. So layers of brain is called as meninges. It causes meningitis. Next. What is this Chandipura virus? Chandipura virus. It is caused by sandflies, not mosquitoes. So can you tell me another disease which is transmitted by the sandflies? Kala Azar. Okay. So like that, whenever you are getting any disease, you have to see about the causative organism. It is very important. So if you are getting any disease, if you are going to any doctor, they will be prescribing antibiotics, right? So can you tell me some examples of antibiotics that you might have took? Penicillin next. So how many of you take tablets? Everyone, if you are getting disease. So before taking the tablet, at least you have to see what is the tablet, right? It is a common sense. They will take care. Next, tell me examples of antibiotics that you have took. So at least tell me the tablet names. That is not antibiotic. I want examples of antibiotic. So, do you know the cephalosporins, penicillin, azithromycin? Oh, very good. Next, cefixime. Taxim is cefixime only. That is a brand name. Next, Monosef. It is also one brand name. So, whenever you are taking antibiotics, for how many days you will be taking normally? Minimum 5 days. Your father is doctor, right? You have to know. So minimum course is 5 days. So after taking at least 2 to 3 days, if your symptoms and signs have been subsided, will you take tablets? Will you continue tablets? No, you'll be throwing it. So because of that here, what are the bacteria which is causing disease will be developing resistance. So because of this, that medicine will not work once again. That is called as antimicrobial resistance. So now in India, the problem here is many microorganisms which are causing diseases, they got resistance towards whatever the antibiotics are present in our market. Okay, so this is the problem now. So because of this, what happened whenever these microbials are developing antimicrobial resistance, so if they are not responding to any medicine, what happens? So can we increase the life expectancy? No, people will be dying soon. And even we have to focus on research and development to develop new class of antibiotics now. Okay, so because of this, what happened? There will be increasing of hospital stay. There will be increasing of hospital charges, and finally, that family will goes to debt trap. So because of this, here this article is saying that we can use genomic laboratories and we have to find microbial resistance, and we have to use gene therapy for this microbial resistance. So now because of antibiotic resistance, so it is not responding to any antibiotics, so we have to go for changing of gene of that bacteria. So it will be very, very costly because we have to invest in R&D. Okay, see this article, Lagacharla tribal people meet heads of NHRC and Women's Commission. So I said in our ethics class that in our area itself, pharmaceutical companies coming. So how many of you remember? So actually, that is entirely tribal hamlet. So now the people from that area, they approach NHRC and Women's Commission because they are saying that forcefully our land is taken by the government. SC/ST Commission also came here. Okay, National Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes Commissions, and they approached National Human Rights Commission and as well as Women's Commission as well. So where you will be seeing these words NHRC, National Commission for SCs and STs in polity, in which constitutional bodies and non-constitutional bodies. So NHRC is an example of non-constitutional body. And here National Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Commission is your constitutional body. Can you tell me which article is dealing with that? National Commission for SC and ST articles. Not 76? Not at all. Finance Commission is 280. So take that reference and tell me. SC/ST Commission article, guys. Think, you have to remember. It is very important. And tell me at least this NHRC had been established under which act? I said it is a non-constitutional body and it is a statutory body. So which act led to the formation of this NHRC? 338. Okay. Using Google, very good. Okay, see these two topics. Revise these two topics. There is a high chance of getting question on this NHRC and National Commission for SC and ST. If you come regularly to class, I will be asking questions everyone, right? They have to listen. Rohit is not coming regularly. So he will be always late. At least after 10 to 20 minutes after class only he will come. Today also he came late. I don't talk in Telugu here. So see this article, guys. Chennai Vladivostok Maritime Corridor is operational. So what is the keyword? Where is Chennai? Where is Chennai? Which state? Tamil Nadu. Vladivostok? Where it is? In which country it is? Which country? It is in Russia. So actually we came up with maritime corridor between India and Russia. So whenever we are having this kind of maritime corridors, what will be the advantages? Tell me, guys. Rohit, now tell me. Advantages of maritime corridor. Tax for what? Why we need corridor between India and Pakistan? It is very near, right? That is Kartarpur corridor. Rohit, I'm not talking about anything maritime. Maritime is related to water trade. Now tell me what will be the advantage of this maritime corridor, guys? Vinod. Increasing of trade. Okay, what happens if there is increasing of trade? Increasing of exports. Then more foreign reserves. Next. Cost efficiency, very good. Next. Boost to domestic industries. Increasing of employment. Increasing of standard of living. Addressing of poverty and hunger. Next. SDG goals. Viksit Bharat 2047. Okay, ultimately last one will be that, right? Okay, now let us see what is this article exactly saying, guys. So Chennai Vladivostok Maritime Corridor has officially begun operations. So through this maritime corridor, now we are transporting oil, food, machinery, etc. between India and Russia. So because of this, actually why we came up with this maritime corridor, especially we have to increase our trade and we have to explore new markets in the different countries so that Indian goods will be having access. Okay, so here especially we are focusing on India's ambition to become a leading maritime nation across various sectors. So because of this, we are coming up with maritime corridors with different countries. And next, also we are coming up with IMEC, right? So I also gave you one work on which day on regarding IMEC. How many of you did that work? Really? For sure. Rohit? Okay, I will see after this class. So here IMEC is nothing but India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. So actually under this corridor we are focusing on increase our access to Europe and we are going through West Asia. Okay, we are focusing on increasing of connectivity and as well as we are also focusing on reducing of time of transport between India and Europe. So these are the two areas that mainly said. So if you are writing any answer regarding increasing of our trade, increasing of our economy, you can write about this Chennai Vladivostok corridor which had been operational so that we can increase our trade. And second example you can give, it is about IMEC. Okay, now let us see the important points. The first one is this Chennai Vladivostok corridor which enhance trade efficiency and we can decrease the transportation time and as well as distance so that we can decrease the cost of transportation. And we can also focus on modernizing of our logistics. What is the meaning of logistics? Logistics. Ravi? Vinod? Logistics. Balaji? Not luggage. Logistics means transportation infrastructure is called as logistics. So whenever we are having this kind of corridors between developed country and developing country, obviously we can get some technology so that we can modernize our logistics sector. Okay, and we can also focus on strategic maritime goals. Okay, we can increase our maritime cooperation so that we can maintain long-term ties with now Russia, especially regarding the development of shipping and as well as port operations. And even we are having partnership with this Greece in this IMEC project so that we can also enhance our international trade, improving of economic ties and also infrastructure development of our country. Okay, so like that you can see the same things and see this article. Remote work leads to savings, rise in productivity, but there are cons too. What is this article? What is remote work? Work from home. So actually in 2020 there was a question in your mains from GS paper 2 regarding work from home. Okay, so what happens with this work from home? What are the advantages, guys? How many of you worked or how many of you went for online education during this COVID-19 period? Everyone. So what are the advantages? No need of going to college. You can wake up at your free time and even without brushing or without getting ready, you will be sitting just only on the button. Joining the meet is enough. So no one will bother whether you are there or not, whether you are listening or not, or watching mobile by side or side, right? Next, other advantages to you guys. Yes, increasing of mobiles for playing games and watching reels. Next. Next. So this article is saying that because of this remote working, that will lead to savings. How savings will increase? Transportation cost. Next. Even eating in canteens will be reduced. Restaurants, going out, especially parties, all will be limited so that the savings will be obviously increased. And next is rising of productivity. How rising of productivity will increase? Okay, there is no peer pressure. Next. You will be working in a very peace environment without any stress. Next. How productivity will be increased from work from home? And tell me what are the cons, negatives, guys. Okay, by sitting long hours, increasing of heart attacks. So in home, it is you're flexible. You can sleep on bed and you can type. You will be having more flexible positions. You can sit in your home that is not available in the office. Lethargy, very good. Next. I want some technical terms, guys, from ethics. Come on, think. Honesty, integrity. Who said those things? Honesty, integrity. You will be not maintaining if you are in their home. Then next. What about accountability? Next. Tell me the cons, guys. Incompletion of work. Work will be always incomplete. And next one is unable to maintain self-discipline. Yes or no? If there is any timings that you have to go, you will be getting up early and you will be getting ready. But that kind of self-discipline will be not there in the work at home. Only wearing upper part is enough. No need of bottom part. Yes or no? Next. We are not following self-disciplines and other cons. Fast. Sir will come. Time management will be not there. Okay. Next. Okay, see this article once. We can maintain personal life and work balance in this work from home. Okay. No peace in home. Why? Their wife are there. You want peace without wife. Then why will you marry? Don't marry. Don't marry, be happy. What? He is well realized even before marriage, right? Don't marry Rohit and be happy throughout your life without a wife. Okay. So see this article, guys. Global South hit by food fuel prices due to conflicts. What is this Global South? Global South. Developing countries, they are part of this Global South. It is not about the geography, it is about the development. Only the less developed and developing countries, they are part of this Global South. So even Netherlands countries are part of this Global South. Okay. So who is the leader of this Global South now? India is the leader. So actually this article is saying that Global South will hit by food crisis and fuel crisis because of conflicts. So can you give me some conflicts which leads to food crisis and fuel crisis now? Conflicts. Okay, Russia. Next. Israel, Palestine. Next. Always there will be issues will be going on in Africa, especially the sub-Saharan Africa. And next. Okay, so at this G20 summit, our Prime Minister emphasized that Global South is disproportionately affected by food and fuel and as well as fertilizer conflicts because of global conflicts. Okay, so this is the thing which mainly said. So because of this, whenever we are having food crisis, fuel crisis, can we ensure reducing of poverty or reducing of hunger? No. So because of this, poverty and hunger will be increased many more times. So we cannot alleviate this poverty so that we will be not achieving this sustainable development goal. Number poverty and hunger 1 and 2. Very good. Okay, let us see the important points. The first one is Global South is going to face significant challenges because of increasing of conflicts that will result crisis in these three areas: food, fuel and fertilizer. Without fertilizer, we cannot ensure the proper food production, and without fuel, we cannot ensure the running of economy. So here, these are very, very important problems that we have to address so that we can ensure global stability and development. Okay, and especially in this G20, they are focusing on vulnerable nations like these Global South. So discussions are based on this Global South. And next one here is Actually, around 250 million people, they had been lifted out of poverty from the last decade onwards. But because of these conflicts, again, we may go into back to that situation. So that is the thing which mainly said. So we need to have the proper targeted social programs so that we can address these issues of poverty and hunger. And next one is, already India came up with the commitment of providing of food grains for which country in yesterday's class we discussed? Nigeria, how many tons? 20 tons of food grains because recently it affected with the floods. So actually India had a commitment of providing free food grains to around 800 million people. So that means we are focusing on food security. It is very important for global crisis, especially during this time. And even we want to focus on this climate resilient agriculture. That means climate resilient or drought resistant seeds, so that we can grow it even in the climate change conditions, so that we can ensure food production. And even we have to launch a global alliance to combat hunger and poverty. Okay, that means we need international efforts or international collaborations so that we can address this problem of systemic inequalities and we can improve global welfare as well. And even government came up with this digital agriculture mission. That means we are focusing on improving of agriculture by using technology. So in the same way, we have to focus on much more innovations in this agriculture so that we can address this issue. Okay, see this article guys, very important topic. SpaceX Falcon 9 deploys Indian satellite into orbit. SpaceX belongs to which country? USA or Japan? USA. Okay. So here now SpaceX is deploying Indian satellite. So note down that satellite, that is GSAT-20. Okay, GSAT-20, it is a communication satellite. It had been successfully launched by SpaceX company, which is belonging to Elon Musk. So here you have to remember some important keywords. So this is going to be put in geosynchronous transfer orbit, that is GTO. What is this GTO, and tell me the types of orbits? Low Earth orbit, middle Earth orbit and high Earth orbit. So in that, tell me some types. Geosynchronous, polar orbit, next geostationary orbit and geosynchronous transfer orbit. So why we will be using this transfer orbit? What is the importance of this transfer orbit? So if you are placing in this transfer orbit, we can shift into the another orbit easily. So we can't directly push so satellite into the higher orbit directly. We will be placing in the GTO, and after that again we will be giving the thrust and we will be moving on to the higher orbit. So now our satellite is placed on this geosynchronous transfer orbit now. And actually what is applications of this satellite? We are focusing on enhancing of our broadband services. What is this broadband services? So which generation we are using now? 5G? 6K, okay. So for improving of our broadband services and especially to increase connectivity in Indian region, this satellite is very important. So you may get the question guys. And see another article here. More efficient methods of tracking stubble burning needed, says experts. So what is this article talking about? Stubble burning. So what is stubble burning? What should I do? Every day it is coming only. It is not my mistake. So here you have to focus on the technology that we are using for tracking. I don't want to talk about stubble burning because you already get bored. You don't know? Who? Okay. Stubble burning is nothing but after once harvest is done. Okay, cutting off the crop. So what are the waste is there? We will be going for just setting off fire of that waste. That is called as stubble burning. Stubble is nothing but the waste in the agriculture field. It is also called as paroli. Okay, whenever we are going for setting off fire, that is called as stubble burning. So normally, after once harvest is done, we will be collecting that waste and we will be using for the animal husbandry normally in India. So what happens here is in Punjab and Haryana, so there is a very less time. They have to go for sowing of next season. So because of very less time, they will be just going for setting off fire of this waste. So that is one important reason for the increasing of pollution in this Delhi. Okay, so this article is talking about what are the methods that we can use for tracking of this stubble burning, guys. So here you can see, so now we can use satellite. So there are 4 to 5 things which are said in this article. You have to make a note here. So first one is, they are talking about satellite based tracking of farm fires. And next they gave some examples here, that is Suomi NPP and NOAA-20 Polars are orbiting satellite of US. And next one is, even they gave example of South Korea satellite, that is GeoComSat-2A. It is a Korean satellite. It is also used for tracking of what is happening in the air. Especially they will be tracking aerosols, smoke, heat, etc. And even we are now using visible infrared imaging radiometer. Okay, so here these are some examples that we can use, guys. So whenever you are writing any answer regarding stubble burning and what are the technologies that we can use to track them, so read this article and write these 4 paragraphs. So at least make a note of these technologies that we are using now. Okay, so that will be very helpful, guys. And there is one more article, that is, this time for Africa, India must take forward its commitment to Africa, the global south. So actually, you know that our Prime Minister visit to Africa. So which countries? Nigeria, Guyana, not Guinea, Guyana. And next one is Brazil from South America. So yesterday we discussed about what are the agreements that are made. So what are the agreements between India and Nigeria? So in which areas? Counter-terrorism. So can you tell me some example of a terror outfit which is working, which is going on in this Nigeria? Boko Haram. Boko Haram. Boko Haram, it is one of the terror organization which is in this Nigeria. So that we together wants to properly information sharing, everything, technology, etc. And we have to control that terrorism. Apart from that, only terrorism. Next one is piracy. And another one? Yes, regional stability. So in these areas, so see these ones. Okay. That's it, guys. Okay, these are the important topics that happened in our today's Hindu newspaper. So by this, I'm concluding. Thank you so much, guys. And we are providing daily current affairs quiz for free on our app. And also we are providing weekly and monthly magazines as well. And also we are providing daily one's mains question and word of the day in our Telegram channel. Please do join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. And please do download the app so that you can take daily current affairs quiz for free. That's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please do subscribe to Rathods Academy. Don't forget, and please do like this class and share this class.